Now I'd like to discuss rise and fall actions because they are essential in creating the swing in the body. So you all know that in general we commence to rise at the end of 1, continue 2 and 3, and we lower or fall at the end of 3. So that could be applied like this. 1, 2, 3. This way. 1, 2, 3. It is not finishing, if I talk about falling action, the end of 3 sharply, and then we just move across. In the beginning of 1, we're still continuing slightly on the downwards or on the path, downward path or the swing. And then it rolls like this onto the bottom, and then the end of 1 will be commencing to rise. So it's not and 1 very strictly down the end of 3, 1 across, and the end upwards. It's blending together. So the end of 3 will be blending with the beginning of 1. And then from there, the end of 1 will be commencing to rise, and then blending into 2 and 3. Once again, and 1, 2, and 3. There. Actually, to show it more precise, counting with the half beats, and 1 and 2 and 3 and. So for every beat I had 1 and, 2 and, 3 and, so that you could see I had 2 counts with my words for every beat. And you can see what my body and the parts of body, legs, are doing. And 1 and 2 and 3 and. It is possible and necessary to achieve very soft action through fall and then rise. And I achieve that by using my flexion of the joints correctly. So when I'm doing falling action or lowering action, the angles are changing of the ankle, the knee, and the hip. And as soon as I start doing that, they all change. So I'm not trying just to lower the feet and then the knee, and by keeping hips stiffer or straighter. The angles are changing. So from here, look from the side, and. And the order is such that the heel is touching the floor, then the knees are bending, and obviously the hips are changing. But it's all blended together. It's not separated in the action. So the order is such that the heels got to touch the floor and then continue the knee action. But in the reality, it's more blended like that. So when I do it properly, you're not so aware of the order. You just see very soft action. And that is because I'm allowing all the joints, or the lower part of the body down from the waist, to flex. That's the falling action. Now, in the upper body, I don't want to change the pitch. So I'm not collapsing. I'm still keeping my body line positive as I'm doing the falling action. Now, in dancing, obviously, it's not stationary. it is with a progression in the desired direction. So either forwards or backwards. So you can see, as I'm falling down, I'm allowing myself to move forward or backwards. Look at the joints. Flexing. No locking, holding, and allowing freely and softly for this action to happen. Now going back to swing, it is important that you move your body around the floor with a swinging movement. By applying correct timing of rise and fall, we can achieve the swing of our weight. So imagine that the body is moving like this around the floor. So as I said, swing is a free movement, and in the swing we'll have acceleration and deceleration. In my body, as I move around the floor, I will have therefore acceleration and deceleration. Acceleration and deceleration. Like this. So we can relate it to the pendulum swing. If I put counting, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. And 3 will be the end of 3 going downwards. In my body, therefore, there will be acceleration because falling action takes much less time than the rising action. So if you compare, it's a bit more than a half beat, the end of 3, and then slightly in the beginning of 1. And then for the rising action, we have the end of 1, 2, and the beginning of 3. So therefore, it is longer, or it takes longer to produce rise in my legs than produce falling action. And that allows us to accelerate through the downward swing and then decelerate through the upward swing. We have exercise that we do in order to feel that swinging type of movement in our bodies. Side by side with Katyusha. So now we're not worried about closing actions. We keep it open. We're just aware of the swing across the floor. Swing of our body weight, and also the legs will be swinging freely from one position to another position. For the moment, we keep our arms free so that enhance the feeling of the swing that we have. And 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 with the and counts. And 1 and 2 and 3 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 and 1 and 2 and 3. So acceleration, deceleration, acceleration, and deceleration is on the upward part of the swing. And relax.
We can also do this exercise together. We are going to be doing it in a practice hold, trying to concentrate on acceleration and deceleration of our body. And 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
So hope it is clear right now for you to imagine what swing is, and I hope it will help you to achieve that in your dancing.